What's up, folks? Welcome back to the Eagle's Nest. I know it's been a while, haven't been making videos, been super busy building rifles, building cameras, work, you know it. However, today's video, we're going to talk about preparing for a PRS match. And I'm going to show you guys the little accessories and little tools and add-ons that I did on this rifle, in which I'll be shooting in production class in a local match on May 8th here in Peoria, Cowtown. Anyways, let's get to the video. This is a 6mm Creedmoor, and I'll show you guys my preparations and what I do to prepare for a match. So this beautiful rifle you see here is a factory Remington 700 PCR chambered in 6mm Creedmoor. It does come with this factory chassis system, very similar to the MDT ESS chassis. I did add a folding stock to this. And as far as the camouflage you see here, that's done by ATF Hydrographics. That is a cryptic obscura camouflage, and then Cerakoted the buffer tube, the pistol grip, action, and barrel with FDE. You do see here a thumb rest that I added that. That's from XLR machine, drilled and tapped it to the stock. And then I got a one-piece solid 4140 chromoly bolt that was CNC'd out and then threaded 5/16 by 24 for the tactical bolt knob. And I have a Trigger Tech special 2-stage trigger in there. As far as the front of the rifle here, we have a Arca rail from MDT, and I'm going to be using DeathxSquad's Tripod. Check them out. That's an awesome tripod. Did a review on. As far as the muzzle, we have a generic just 3-port muzzle brake. Forgot who made that. But sitting aside, we have an F3R machine scope mount, Vortex Strike Eagle 5-25 by 56, and then mounted on the Picatinny rail is an LRI Senate unit. Makes it super easy to superimpose the actual laser level itself. You can see it with both eyes open, or light up green or red or blue, depending on how you have it canted. So let's see how she does. Let's get this thing zeroed out. First shot's downrange with the setup. So I'm using a rangefinder here to verify I'm exactly at 100 yards. You want to get a absolute perfect zero at 100 yards. This is where a folding stock really comes in handy. So what I end up doing is folding the stock away and then removing the bolt, and then using the bore of the rifle to actually use it as a peep sight to get me a bore sight downrange at 100 yards. So this is by far the best method I've been using. Ditch those laser bore sighters. They just don't work. You know, some folks probably have luck, but honestly, this is free and this is repeatable. So like I said, remove the bolt, look down the bore of your rifle and try to find your target. If you're cross-eye dominant, use your cross-eye dominant eye to look down the bore of the rifle. You get a better parallax that way. Then you find your target, center it up as best as possible down the bore, and then look down your scope and try to match the sight picture on both. So that's how I do it at 100 yards. I'm usually on paper on the first shot, if not the second. So I'm actually using my target cam I developed. This is the Eagle target cam. It does have this awesome blink feature. Really helps out for spotting your impacts downrange. It has a blink feature on here. I sell these on my website at dpgunworks.com if you're interested. But I'm using this tool specifically to get me zeroed, and I will be using this at long range as well. So it looks like the first shot hit pretty low. I'm going to hold 2 mils high and right on center of target and see where that lands. So you can see the impact was almost dead center in line on elevation. I was holding 2 mils dead center of the target. The blink feature there, you can tell on the app, it's very helpful, helps highlight the impact. So basically what I'm going to do is dial up 2.2 mils and come over 1.5 mils left to see if I can get this thing zeroed out on the third shot. So another tool you see me using here is the Magneto Speed. Now I have this mounted off the barrel the way it should be on a Wiser Precision mount on the Arca rail. Now there's a lot of folks that may argue that they don't have any harmonics change. They do have point of impact change, but no harmonic change. I have numerous results, downrange documented results, that show that this does affect the harmonics. And if you don't believe me, you can call the manufacturer and they'll tell you exactly what I'm telling you now. Magneto Speeds are meant to be used for chronographs if it's on the barrel, not to shoot for groups. So if you don't believe me, call the manufacturer. Let me know how that pie tastes. So the third shot down pipe definitely got me closer. Not exactly zeroed out. However, I'm going to skip forward. It did take me 5 shots to get this thing exactly zeroed out. So the bore sight method does work. Usually I get this thing zeroed out within the 2nd to the 5th shot using the bore sight method. So let's skip forward and I'll show you guys how this thing groups. All right, we'll call that centered. And looks about 1/2 inch group. Not bad. So here's the chronograph numbers I was getting using hydrogen 4350 at 41.5 grains with a DTAC 115 grain projectile. Now the SD numbers aren't super tight. However, I'm using brand new SIG 6mm Creedmoor brass, large CCI 200 primers. So this brass seems very uniform, and we'll see how it performs downrange. Now the next thing you want to do is verify your DOPE, which is an acronym for data on previous engagement. We're going to verify our muzzle velocity is trued up to exactly what we have calculated. I usually use a Kestrel, however the Kestrel is broken and in the repair shop right now. So we're just going to be using Straylock, starting out at 472 yards. We'll see how this thing performs.
Ready, stand by.
Just off the right edge, that was me. Impact. Impact. Five and 7. I'm going to hold 1/2 mil right. Impact. Impact, right side. Impact. Oh, that was low. Impact. Got a few more. Up low. Last one, I think. Low right. Wow. All right. So, but definitely got the dope down. That would have been a clear stage. 2 impacts on each target. So, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, we'll try a different position here. Up. Almost McGee. Dropping the mag like Rick. All right. Let's go. .472 yards. Got a mag issue. Impact. Impact. This thing is dead on, I'll tell you that. Just right. Get back. Get back. Get back. Just over. Let's do the last one here. That was a miss. Back. So, alright, so I dropped 2. But honestly, that ain't bad at all. This thing is performing very well. Quick inspection on the primers and brass. We have no overpressure signs. Got a little bit of cratering, which is normal on this rifle, but nice round primer cups. Nothing to be scared of. So we're good to go. All right, folks, so we are at the 880-yard target, and the last little positional shooting test that I was doing, or practice, I was getting a little cocky. I was aiming for the head. I got 1, 2, I think 3 right here. So that's a pretty tight group. Well, obviously prone, but not bad. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 and 11 hits on target. 3/4 size IPSC at 880 yards. Eagle target cam was right here. That was the footage that you're seeing. And again, we were way up this road, so way on top of that road there. That was 880 yards, and then we had the 472-yard target. Okay, so here is the 472-yard target. Stacking them right there on the bottom right. I was holding exactly 1.5 mils on elevation, and about 0.5 mil left for wind. I should have been holding about, I'd say, about 0.7 or 0.6. Would have been dead on, and obviously 1.6 on elevation. So what I was seeing on the first shots, I was holding 2 mils exactly. I got one impact way over here, but what ended up happening was the next consecutive shots were going over, but it looked like I was hitting low. So what was happening, the bullets would go over, splash in the background there on the dirt. Looked like it was splashing down here on the reticle, but it was actually too high. But 472 yards, you can see the position of fire there up that road. So pretty tough shooting, some pretty good practice. Oop, almost fell. So there you go. Let's go check out that 220-yard target. Okay, 220-yard target. Unfortunately, I was only able to shoot at it once. It blew right off the hanger here. I was holding exactly 0.5 mil high. So 0.5 mil. Elevation was almost dead perfect, so I'd say 0.6 would have been dead on, and I wasn't holding any windage at all. So 0.5 mil and probably 0.1 or 0.2 left would have been dead center there. But like I said, this is I was only able to take one shot at it. It just blew it right off the hanger there, like so. But here's their perspective of the shot. 220 yards, right up that hill, and some pretty good good dopes, you know, trying to get a good dope going on with that rifle. And these are perfect little plates. This is a 10-inch plate, and actually I think this is an 8-inch plate. I do have a 10-inch as well, but 220 yards, 8-inch plate, even a 6-inch plate. That's a good way for practicing at long range, trying to get your positional shooting dialed in. So there you have it, 220 yards. Should have been 0.6 and about 0.2 left on wind. Well, folks, that is it for this video. That was a little bit of practice today, some positional shooting, getting ready for a local club match on the 8th here in Peoria. So we'll be taking out the Remington 700 PCR. That thing seems to be dialed in, got a good dope going on. I wish I had my Kestrel. Unfortunately, that Kestrel, when I was swinging it, it ended up coming off the lanyard. It unglued itself and went right to the ground. So Kestrel is in the process of warranting it or getting it fixed, but I'm not going to get it in time. So relying on stray lock this time, which shouldn't be bad. Got a good dope at 472 yards and 880. And we're doing some more testing at 500 yards and 50-yard increments just to get that dope dialed in. But that's essentially what I do for getting ready for a match. Going out, getting a proper zero on your rifle, getting your FPS out of your muzzle. Since we're going to be in the same elevation and same kind of conditions over there in Peoria, that zero should hold. Other than that, guys, there you have it. There it is, my 700 PCR. Hopefully you'll see more videos of that soon. Thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned, stick around. There's always more videos. God bless. Stay safe out there. I'll catch y'all on the next video.